And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day back in studio helping you win as your number one consumer advocate here in Tampa Bay, helping you win. And it's Intelligent Talk Radio. We've got some intelligent folks here in studio. A great lineup for you today here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Before we get into it, I want to make sure you save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you want to reach out. You want to engage with us because we've got a lot of partners that can help you save a lot of time and money, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Save our hotline number, 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. That's our Consumer Advocate hotline number. And also bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors there at consumerqb.com. Anything you hear on the show today, just reach out. We'd love to engage with you. You can also submit an email form right from our website, consumerqb.com. You can see previous episodes. You can see our other TV show called The American Dream Television Show, which is on Apple, Amazon, Roku, and about 85 other outlets. So we have grown. We're syndicated. We got a big announcement coming up soon as well about our further growth that's happening here. Let's jump right into it. Let's go and make our introductions. Diane, Vance, mortgage expert contributor, Fairway Independent Mortgage. Welcome back.
Thank you, Brandon. It's great to be here. Today I'm going to be talking about renovation loans.
Excellent.
And Fairway Independent Mortgage serves the Tampa Bay area, so have a lot of good steps.
Awesome. Yeah. So renovation loans can really help you with your real estate search. Sometimes buyers are not finding the correct inventory. They're saying, hey, we're missing a bathroom here. We'd really want to lanai. These types of loans can really eliminate that and help you get into those programs.
Or to make an ugly house a beautiful house.
That's right. Renovate the kitchen and the bathrooms and all that good stuff. Awesome. And we also have Caroline Silva in the house. Febre Frameworks. Welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you. First time. Yeah, I'll be talking about why you should use us for real estate photography.
Love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So real estate photography, you got the drones up there.
We do. We are free of the home aerial drones. That is correct. And
Nice.
following up from renovations of kitchens, you use us after you've renovated your kitchen to take those photos and sell your house.
Beautiful. Okay. And that's going to be a great first segment. We had ladies first here for the first segments on the show. We also have Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy. We invited him in as well. And he's going to be discussing some of these, active shooter situations. They've got active shooter classes where they can educate you around that. And also Tom as well from Assist, Lifeline Self-Defense Assist. So it's a great time to be, kind of thinking about that. It is one of those things that unfortunately it happens in our society now. And, what do you do when those types of situations happen? So myself, I'm a concealed permit holder. I like to, be careful and protect my family. So that's going to be the second half of our show here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Now, this segment is brought to you by the Lucky Dill Restaurant, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, the Lucky Dill. They've got a deli, New York City bar, Brooklyn bakery, catering, and banquets as well. It's home of the sandwich that ate Brooklyn. Excellent food, and it's much more than just great sandwiches. They have wonderful salads, soups, all types of fresh entrees. The staff is amazing, very friendly staff, and it's just a fun ambiance to go and hang out. Now, they're located right at Boy Scout Boulevard in Tampa, online at luckydilldeli.com, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. We want you saying hello to the folks over at the Lucky Dill. Now, all you have to do is let them know that the real estate quarterback sent you, and they're going to take care of you. They're going to offer you a free water with lemon right when you sit down, just like that. Free water with lemon. So, all right. So we're right here. We're in studio, and as you know, I'm the owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. My wife and I own and operate the Platinum MVP team. Got a couple of hot listings I just want to let you know about real quickly here. We got a property at 63rd Terrace in St. Petersburg. This is a duplex. So attention investors, folks that are looking for passive income, great rental property. We just listed this beautiful property here at 2703 63rd Terrace, St. Petersburg. And we do have updated photography now. We're going to update that next time for you. But it's a great opportunity to own a freshly remodeled duplex here in St. Petersburg. Both sides are 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And you talk about passive income, great opportunity as that real estate investor to have real estate like this. Boy Scout Road and Burrell Road. So in Odessa, Florida, I'm looking to speak to right now the equestrian lovers out there. there, the folks that love horseback riding and love that opportunity to be in Tampa Bay, North Tampa Bay, 18150 Burrell Road in Odessa. A beautiful property, 5-acre parcels of land. Look at that beautiful lake. If you're watching our TV show on Amazon, Roku, Sony, maybe on YouTube. This one is 18117 Boy Scout Road in Odessa. And it used to be a nursery, but now it's prime development opportunity for 2 estate-style home sites right here in Tampa Bay. Check out all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.com, PlatinumMVPTeam.com, and we would love to help you buying, selling, or investing. We're going to help you win. All right, let's jump right into it. Diane, Vance in the house. We're going to talk about renovation loans today. It's a great way. It's a great product that we have. Of course, you do conventional veteran loans, all types of different loan programs, special incentives for veterans out there. Local lender. I always say support our local economy here.
Yes. We serve the Tampa Bay area and have 16 loan officers that actually support the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
And we have a FHA, conventional, VA. All of those can have renovation loans. So basically, when you find a house that you like in a neighborhood, maybe you don't love the house, or maybe you want to make some changes on it, all you need to do is, what we do is get a general contractor to do whatever the improvements are, whatever the purchase price is. We take that purchase price, we add the improvements, and then your down payment is done from that actual new price.
Right.
So the down payment is as little as 3% down, 3.5% down. Under VA, 100% financing. So a lot of options to turn homes into very nice homes and make it your own.
Even on a VA, I didn't realize that.
Even on a VA, yes.
Wow.
Even on a VA, yes.
That's super
now, there's
cool.
a little bit of different stipulations on the VA loan, but it's available, and we do those. It's really funny because it goes in waves, and just recently I've had 3 this week. So it's just been really odd. So we can go up to $484,350 on a home improvement loan, and it can be on a purchase or a refinance. And it gives you 6 months to do the renovation.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So think about that opportunity there. If you're living in a home and you've always said, man, I'd love to have a new kitchen. What a better time, first of all, to be living in the greatest state in the greatest country on the planet. And then you look at Tampa Bay, great time to live. Now we're looking at 40 to 50 year lows on mortgage and interest rates.
Interest rates are crazy low.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable how low it is. And they're predicting it's going to continue.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to purchase a home if you do not own. Excellent time because you're going to get more for your money.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you think about the low interest rates and the ability to buy a nice kitchen, update that kitchen or a bathroom, flooring, you name it,
Right.
within reason. I know that sometimes you can't put pools in, can you? Or
Conventional you can.
Unconventional,
Yeah.
you can. But think about that. You're able to access the cheapest money that we've ever had in the history of planet Earth to do those types of renovations.
Yeah, why
And-
use your cash?
Yeah, to stay liquid, keep that cash in there.
That's right.
But when you look at that, not only are you going to improve the home and quality of life, but you're also going to increase the value of your home.
Correct. And of course, we also do the appraisal with the improvements. So typically of course that the appraisal would need to meet the home improvement purchase price, new purchase price, which it basically does. Typically, it's very close.
Yeah.
And but it's a great way. That way, people, everybody wants to go in and they're thinking about, okay, I have to put a down payment, and then I want to do a new kitchen, or I want new floors, I want to do a new bathroom or whatever. How much do I have to put down? And then they get all concerned, and they may love the neighborhood, and it may be perfect priced. So it kind of answers that question. I just had a customer yesterday that's exactly what his dilemma was. It was like, okay, do I put less money down and then save and put my cash and renovate, or do I renovate and then put more money down? So it worked out. It was like $145 less a month for him to do it that way.
Yeah.
So
And that's what's great by leveraging someone with your experience, the knowledge base that you've had for, many years in the real estate industry, the mortgage industry, professionals, seeing different, problems that happen through real estate transactions.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts. You see those happen over your time as a mortgage professional, and as the regional manager, you have something like 26 or 36 people that you're working
with.
with.
That actually work for me. Yes, yeah. They're my associates that I couldn't do without my whole entire team. So part of those are sales, and some of them are operations, and it's all local. And absolutely love every one of them, and they are awesome, and they're just, I could never do it by myself.
The team approach.
Absolutely.
At Fairway Independent Mortgage, Diane, Vance, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. So I love the renovation loan programs. There's so many options for you. We've got that veteran event coming up in September too. I'm real excited to see, what kind of turnout we can anticipate for that at the American Legion coming up. So there's lots of ways that you can get involved with this show. We don't want this to be a one-way conversation, and it's not. It's our radio family out there. You guys reach out, you ask us for advice and questions, you have concerns, and we're going to help you with that. Because there's that economy out there in the world out there, all this negativity that you see sometimes with the mainstream media, but within your own ears, you've got this economy going on there. So we're going to help you with that. Reach out, consumerqb.com. We would love to take care of you and do the best possible deal for you. Non-commission based advice right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, stay with us. Don't touch that dial. When we come back, more from our expert contributors here in studio. Diane Vance in the house. Carolyn Silva coming up as well from Febre Frameworks. We'll be right back after the short break.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here, host of the Consumer Quarterback.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm a published author and professional speaker. We'd love for you to check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. And that book is out on Amazon now. Check it out. We'd love for you to check it out, check a copy. And that kind of our prequel to the company that we launched with Ken Shamrock, the Business Growth Celebrity Academy. Ken Shamrock's the ultimate fighting champion. And we launched a company called the Business Growth Celebrity Academy. Find it at bgca.co. Realize the celebrity in you. The Business Growth Celebrity Academy helps you become a micro celebrity to grow your wealth, build your personal brand, and increase your status. Anyone can become a celebrity, and we'll teach you how to do that as well through the bgca.co program that we have. This segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Brothers Easy Moving, and I can tell you from firsthand experience that they are a first-class organization. They did a great job with our personal move, and they are also the best reviewed online. They have a 6 on Google. They have a 4.6 rating, the highest in the Tampa Bay area. They have an A rating from the Better Business Bureau, A rating on Angie's List, and a 4.5 on Yelp. So check out Brothers Easy Moving. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. A hot property for this segment is Lugano. We got a property in Lugano Court up in Hudson. This property is beautiful. It's 1400 Lugano Court, Hudson. Beautiful 2-story home, waterfront views, and it's just listed 3-bedroom, 2 full bathrooms with a fenced backyard. Great floor plan, and check out the beautiful photography compliments of Febre Frameworks. They do a great job on all of our real estate listings. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com. PlatinumMVPTeam.com. We'd love to help you buying, selling, or investing. Reach out at PlatinumMVPTeam.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, Carolyn Silva in the house, making your debut on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Tell us a little bit about your position with Febre Frameworks and what you guys are doing to help realtors out there.
Sure. So Febre is actually expanding. So Jeanette, who used to be the office manager, is now the director of business development.
Nice.
Which now makes me office manager. And if you call in or email us, you're probably going to get a new booking specialist, Denise.
Okay.
So we are expanding a little bit. We're also expecting a little baby. I'm not sure if anyone knows Jeanette Sorden is actually expecting September 10th. Baby boy. Thank you so much.
Cool.
So yeah, that's that. We're also expanding to Jacksonville. I'm not sure if you heard,
Nice.
but we're doing that too. But yeah, we have so many packages that we want everyone to know about. We have our standard photography. We have our Matterport packages. We have our video walkthroughs. We have Zillow video walkthroughs. We have Twilights. We have a vacant land. What don't we have?
I like it. I tell you, it really helps you. The virtual tour, those Matterport, those are great because a lot of the buyers, yourself, you are from London, England, correct?
We are, correct.
Originally.
Yes.
And, think about a buyer looking to relocate to the United States
Exactly.
or, Asian buyers or even from the Northeast in the United States.
Absolutely.
When you give them that opportunity to view from their desktop, their iPhone, their Droid.
That's correct.
Tell us about that.
Right. So the perfect package for that is probably the Matterport package because if you are a out-of-town buyer, you probably want to go in. You get a link from your realtor, whoever you connected to, relocation services, and you click on the link. And with Matterport, you can actually go through the home as if you're there. It's 3D. You click on the little blue spots on the floor, and you go around, take your time with it. So that would be a great package for realtors who do have out-of-town buyers. The virtual walkthroughs as well.
Yeah.
They're great, like you said. You can go in. You can do anything now these days. Go in, walk as if you're in Florida.
Yeah, I love it. If you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Carolyn Silva from Febre Frameworks. And you may have heard in the past shows, you've had Manny Febre on the show. We've had Gary Schofield on the show. Sean used to be on the show back in the day. It's been a while since Sean's been in. But you guys just had your big customer appreciation party. How did that go?
Amazing. It was a great turnout, great magician, great DJ. Everyone was dancing by the end of the night. We had dolphins that made an appearance.
Nice.
Yeah, great views. I want to say say a big shout out and a thank you to everyone who made it.
Very cool. Yeah, that's a fun time.
Thank you.
And it was a great venue where you guys picked it at. That was a great
Rusty
venue.
Pelican. Yes,
Rusty
sir.
Pelican. And unfortunately, I couldn't make it. I wanted to be there. I had something come up, but
We missed you.
We'll definitely make the next time.
Yes,
yeah, that'll
sir.
be fun. So when you think about real estate in general, too, just kind of want to open this up. I want to bring Diane back in the conversation too. Diane, when you think about those first impressions, a lot of times with your industry experience, what have you seen out there over the years? I mean, how important is that?
Oh, it's crucial. And so we have a mobile app that we can look at the MLS listing. So when customers call me, I can go in and take a look at it.
Yeah.
And I love the little spots on the floor where you can actually follow it through. That is so cool.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so crucial for the out of town customer because they really can look and shop for what they want ahead of time.
Yeah.
And it's very, very important.
Yeah, it really is. And I see it from the real estate side, a lot of times. And unfortunately for the real estate industry, there's 20-something thousand realtors. And sometimes family members or friends say, hey, I'm just going to go with my kid's soccer coach. And, they may not have the ability to purchase the professional photography. They just don't have the knowledge. But sometimes you see these these real estate agents, they do, the cell phone pictures. And it's not even, at least turn it this way where it gives you a
It's
nice...
not long and skinny.
Yeah. It gives you the landscape.
Yeah.
It's not, so unfortunately, not all realtors are created equal is a nice way to say that. So when you get into the business, you really have to think about that, especially with the photography.
And that's why we do pride ourselves on being affordable.
Very
we
affordable.
We have packages starting at $125. We do go by heated square footage.
Yeah.
But we are affordable and we do try to go up and beyond for our customers and clients. Absolutely.
And now, the change that happened, I guess, 6-8 months ago, maybe a year as time flies, is it used to be you're limited to 25 photos on the MLS. Right. Now they double it. You go to 50 beautiful pictures.
Correct. And we do have our packages who a minimum of 35 photos, again, depending on which package you get.
Yep.
But we do tend to always give you a little bit more. Absolutely. We do try to give you a little bit more.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the first impression of any customer, and that is what they're going to go by. And if there's not nice pictures, you can tell just by who, you can kind of tell if there is a realtor involved.
Yes.
If there is not a realtor involved, you need a realtor, and you can definitely tell if somebody's self photoing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Using their own phone.
Yeah.
When you look at the technology, that's what's amazing all the time. You see, these different shows where they highlight entrepreneurs and technology. And I was watching one of the Shark Tanks where they had they created a lens that goes over the pictures and it just provides that much more of a beautiful shot.
Right.
So when you look at Febre, a lot of the special and the special sauce, so to say, is in the editing once you get back to the film room, correct?
Yep. Correct. Shout out to my editing team back in the office, working hard right now. Yes. And the biggest part of the editing team is rainy days. In Florida, especially summertime, you just don't know when it's going to rain. Yeah. So we do still go out. We do the interiors. If it is raining, we reschedule exteriors free of charge. Yep. Or we can do a sky swap for you, again, with our editing team. They're great workers.
Good point. Let's talk about that. So you can swap backgrounds out. You can virtually stage furniture in. Pretty cool.
Absolutely. Vacant homes. Some people don't have an eye to see where or how they can put their furniture. So virtual staging, currently Jeanette does that. Give her a call. Yeah. It is $35 per photo of virtual staging, but we have a great program and she's great at it.
Yeah, that's great. I really enjoy working with Febre Frameworks. It's very convenient. As a real estate agent, you simply, send over the address, give them the instructions or the owner's phone number, the tenant's information, lockbox information, access. And then it's just pretty much you wait a day or two and you get your pictures back. Exactly. You upload them. It just makes your job that much easier.
Yes, sir. Hopefully.
Yeah,
that's our aim.
Sell it. Hey, we're selling a lot of the properties and a lot of it's based on your photography. So I really appreciate that. A lot of our, we're setting records. We've already doubled our number from last year. We're on pace to double the already doubled number. So we're real excited. Thank you. Thank you very much. And, so it's about having that team approach, kind of what you were talking about earlier, Diane. You've got your buyer agents on your team. You got your listing agents, the transaction management side, everything from that. And then you've got, great companies that you can outsource with Febre Frameworks. You utilize that for the photography. And that's how you really grow a business.
Oh, yeah.
I want to ask you again, Diane, I want to go back to you. How important is it to realize as an entrepreneur, what part of your business that you want to outsource versus, utilize someone in your team to do?
Well, it depends on the time and what are you best at and what are you not best at. So if you're not an expert on something, like I would never go take pictures, or I would, I'm not a realtor, so I can't give advice on, contracts. So you have customers all the time calling and saying, hey, I'm going to buy this for sale by owner. And of course I cringe. Oh. No. Let's call an agent because you don't actually pay for the commission. Right. So the seller does. So why would you ever do that? You need somebody to actually, represent you. And it's huge. I use outside, like, for photography, for videos, that type of thing. We'll use an outside company, but anything to do with mortgage, of course, we can do it in-house.
Yeah. When you look at the business models today, your strengths and weaknesses, there's kind of that school of thought out there. Well, you got to work on your weaknesses too. A lot of people say, no, don't work on your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths, get better at your strengths, and further that gap between you and your competitors, and then allow someone else to pick up this stuff where you're not so tuned in at. So, all right, we got about a minute left. Caroline, what's the call to action? People, you want them to hit the website?
Yeah, go to FebreFrameworks.com. Check out our packages. Give us a call. We're happy to help. We explain things a little bit more. Go check out our examples on our website. Again, like I said, we're here to help, and we're actually just sponsored World of Beer. So go down the road to World of Beer and check out the cups that we just put our labels on.
Nice. I saw that. And Diane, what's your website as well?
It's Diane Vance, DIANEV as in Victor, ANCE.com.
DianeVance.com for all your mortgage needs. Of course, if you didn't catch all that, our show, Consumer Advocate Hotline, and also our website, ConsumerQB.com. And when we come back, more from our expert contributors. We got Thomas King coming in the house, Florida Firearms Academy. We're going to talk about gun safety, concealed carry, and some of these active shooter situations here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at ConsumerQB.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping our clients win in negotiations. I'm a certified negotiation expert, teach negotiation at GTAR, the Greater Tampa Realtor Association, as well as Pinellas Realtor Organization. And we would love to help you with your buying, selling, or investing in the real estate space. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com. That's our real estate company website with Keller Williams Realty, PlatinumMVPTeam.com. This segment is brought to you by the Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. The Bilmar Beach Resort on beautiful Treasure Island. A great place to go hang out. It's awesome if you have a business, you want to add a little beachside pleasure to your business trips. Maybe you're planning a wedding or a major event, or just a weekend getaway or local staycation for those folks in Tampa Bay. Great place to go hang out. 2 pools on site, Sloppy Joe's restaurant on site as well, and a bar. I had a great time a couple weekends ago. I was invited to judge a bartending competition, so that was pretty cool. That was another first. But yeah, it was fun. Give Bilmar Beach Resort a call. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to the Bilmar Beach Resort online. Book directly, not through one of those travel sites. All right, we're back here in studio helping you win. We got Thomas King in the house, Florida Firearms, longtime friend of the program. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks for having me in this beautiful, sunny Florida day today.
Yes, it is. Great time here in Tampa Bay. You also brought along Tom Aydelott, Lifetime Self-Defense. Welcome in, Tom.
Thank you very much. I'm really eager to talk about some active shooter stuff with all the stuff that's been in the news lately.
Yeah, it's really crazy, and you have 2 different sides of the story, just depending on what TV station you tune into. It's just getting sickening with this mainstream media, the way they just twist things up and turn it around and make it look like. Anyway, so let's jump right into it. Thomas King's in the house. Florida Firearms Academy's got a great location right there right off of Hillsborough Avenue, kind of close to the flea market out there in Oldsmar. Great place to go hang out, learn how to properly conceal, carry, and shoot and aim and handle everything properly. Got awesome classes coming up as well. What you been up to, man?
Been very busy. I mean, from everything you've heard in the media, of course, the media is a business, and they do need to sell everything out there. And the more that they sell for these kind of events, that hurricanes, mass shootings, of course, our ratings go up, right? And that's in any kind of business. So they get more commercial time and whatever. So they're going to exploit this as much as possible. And it comes to the point where people are so sickened by it. I mean, America is just downright fed up with these mass shootings, and so are the legal, law-abiding citizens that have a firearm. So more and more people today, believe it or not, are coming in. We have 40 different types of classes there and training, from home defense, pistol, shotgun, rifle, to basic training. So these people are doing what they should have done in the beginning. Is if there's a mass event, and Tom will also speak on this, mass shooting kind of event, it's up to you to be the first responder, because that first responder may take some time. Luckily, that one shooting, they were there very quick. And you know what? These guys don't get paid a lot to run into a gunfight to try to save your lives. So have respect for the police officers and the heroes that actually carried a firearm to protect your lives. Instead of adding laws on top of laws on top of laws for people that actually want to carry a firearm to protect themselves and families, and maybe even your life, in these kind of 6 instances where these evil people prey on people that go to a gun-free zone, because that's where they can go ahead and take as many people out as they possibly can.
Is Walmart a gun-free zone?
You know, I don't know, but all these places that are gun-free zones, the people that are getting shot there, they're going to sue these businesses, because they don't offer security, they don't offer armed security, and they're telling you cannot bring a firearm to secure yourself if there is some kind of event to shooting. So I guarantee you're going to see a lot of lawsuits in this kind of event.
Could be. Absolutely.
I think when you come to my store, you bring a firearm, put one on you. We'd love for you to do it. So.
Yeah, exactly. So Florida Firearms Academy, what's the location again? Tampa?
We're at 13317 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa, and we're right in between the flea market and West Chase.
Yeah, West Chase and the flea market. And I've been there several times to purchase, some guns from you. It's great, service, customer service, the highest level. I mean, you've got a great team of ex-military, ex-police, sheriffs that just love to help. It's just a friendly environment, very just a welcoming environment when you go into Florida Firearms Academy.
Yeah, you're going to see that these people and myself have dedicated their lives to training and helping and educating people about firearms, not only for just the sport of shooting or the competition of shooting, but also for self-defense. We want to make sure that you're capable of protecting yourself in case someone does come at you or attack you.
Yeah, exactly. So we talked about concealed permit carry. We still have that right here in the state of Florida.
We still do.
Luckily,
as of now,
it may not after the next election.
Know.
Who knows, right? So that's something that I would urge people to do: is go out, get your concealed permit right away before the government takes it away, and then once you do that, I get the extra insurance that we've talked about, the U.S. Texas Law Shield. That's just in case a worst case scenario plays out. A lot of times the authorities take you in because you actually did commit a crime to stop a crime. In some cases,
absolutely, and you have to clear your name. But the one thing is, if you do get your concealed weapon permit, please take a class somewhere so you can learn how to actually not have it taken away from you and know the laws, what you're allowed to do. So you can't just, someone cuts you off the road, you cannot pull a firearm. Please know the laws.
Yeah.
Do not pull out a firearm unless your life is an immediate threat.
Exactly. It's all about that as immediate threat. And as you watch those videos, did you see the video where everybody's running and then you see the guy coming around? It looks like he had a vest on. So, that extra training is going to say, hey, shoot him in the face, shoot him in the neck. Don't shoot at the chest because he's probably got a vest on, right?
He did have ballistic protection.
It looked like he had a bunch of protection. He looked like a big tank coming around.
So what they
also
did
go
was,
waist down.
What they did was they actually came in to try to take out as many people as possible. When you put a vest on, that means if some good Samaritan has a firearm and he does shoot, I'm still going to be able to take more people out.
Yeah.
The other guy had hearing protection on. These guys broke laws after laws after laws after laws to do this. They don't, evil people and bad guys and criminals, they don't care about what laws you pass. If you want to ban all firearms and think that's going to get them off the streets, well, then why not ban crack and meth, to get them off the street?
Yeah.
There's laws out there for crack and meth. They're all over the streets.
Yep.
It's not a law that someone's going to go, oh, I'm a bad guy, but I cannot sell crack anymore. Oh, poor me.
Yeah.
It's going to be out there just like firearms.
Yeah, it's a situation where a lot of the younger generations are affected also when they go to college, they go to school. There's been a lot of talk about the liberal side of education now and how they're kind of brainwashing these young people against certain codes and
well,
systems.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense to them because, hey, firearms are evil. Okay, because they shot and killed a lot of people. That makes sense to them. I had a guy come in yesterday and he said, look, I'm a big gun supporter, but do people really need a 30-round magazine? And I said, well, do you need your car to go more than 70 miles per hour? What if they said, hey, every car made can only go 70 miles per hour now?
Right.
Would you be okay with that? And he goes, maybe, I don't know. I really wouldn't be. It wouldn't be cool.
Yep.
But that's just a privilege. This is your Second Amendment right that you're voting against your own rights, your God-given rights to protect you and your family.
Right.
So he said, you kind of changed my mind there. So I said, do I need a 100-round magazine? I don't need one, but do I want one? It is my constitutional right to have one.
That's
if
right.
you really start limiting everything, I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I'm scared that your religion. I'm scared of your religion. That's why they had this red flag law that we spoke of earlier.
Yeah.
That is something that's really scaring all of us right now. And now President Trump is actually talking about making this a federal law, passing it into law.
Yeah, so if you just joined us, Brandon Rhymes here. We're talking with Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy. He's a concealed permit trainer. He's got an awesome facility that you can visit. Now, Thomas, the red flag rule, can you explain that to our audience?
So it's passed here from Rick Scott last year, and what that means is basically, if someone doesn't, this takes away so many constitutional rights for you. If someone doesn't like you, your religious beliefs, your color, your race, something you posted on Facebook, they can go ahead and say, oh, this guy has mental issues, and without due process, they have a task force that will come take your firearms. And this has been thousands of firearms that have been already confiscated, and they have done nothing wrong. And actually, someone called our store, and we said the police were out their door, the confiscates their firearms, and they've done nothing wrong. What do? Well, I'm not the attorney, but I did let them know what I would do.
Yeah.
But if you actually pass this as a federal law without due process, what if they took it a step further, saying your religion scares me, I think you should not have firearms, or that's your constitutional First Amendment right, is to say things on Facebook, right? But he said that on Facebook, and that scares me, even if it was a joke taken out of context,
right?
That they can say, we need to go there and either put this guy in a jacket or take his firearms away.
Yeah. So somewhere between that ridiculousness and some of these active shooters where it's come out to see, well, this guy was posting a hate list, these people I'm going to kill, like literally flat out saying that kind of stuff. There's somewhere in there's something makes sense, right? I mean, at some point, where do we draw the line, right?
It's a good question. Where do we draw the line?
Yeah, and then you get into the whole thing we haven't even mentioned with video games and the FDA, the drugs, all of the lithium we're pumping into kids these days. Those these kids that supposedly have this ADHD, they can't focus. I was like that when I was a kid.
Me too. And you know what? This is melting these people's minds, and these are your kids that are still developing their brain, and also the social media. Or they're confining themselves to their house, and they don't even go out to actually socialize with other humans, and that takes away the value of the human. So when this kid went in there, he didn't value any life whatsoever. Exactly. If you're shooting kids, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, good point.
That is very terrifying to me, that you have no value for any of these people's lives.
Yeah, and there's even movies like the Avatar movie, and then the one that came out as well, where they go into the games and they actually are the games. They turn into the game. It's like it's almost that type of a deal for real these days with some of these kids. I mean, how many times do you see people putting selfies up? I mean, some of the people put selfies up of themselves over and over and over. It's like, come on, where do we draw the line with that in terms of just people having too much of their selfishness,
Right, and everything is not my fault anymore. So it's turning into the point where most people, they don't even go out. You can now order all your groceries in. You can have your dry cleaning delivered to you. You can work from home, and you're not socializing, getting out there, talking to people. Remember when we were kids, we didn't want to come inside at nighttime. Yeah. We wanted to play all night, and now they just don't. A lot of them don't want to come out at all.
That's right.
Or come outside of their house at all, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right, when we come back, we're going to bring in Tom Aydelott into the conversation, lifetime self-defense. We're going to talk about some upcoming events as well at Florida Firearms Academy, how you can get involved and enjoy the ability to carry your own concealed permit and your own gun. All right, stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. 11-year-old starts El Paso Challenge to encourage kindness and help his community heal. Right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. Ian Beckles here with my that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, helping you win in any marketplace. That's the number one goal of our program here, is to make you more street smart and deliver that non-commission based advice every single day right here on 1380 The Biz. We've got a weekend show as well on FM 102.5 The Bone Sunday mornings. You can check us out on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, as well as 85 other smart TV outlets. Search up Binge Networks. We're on Binge Networks on those outlets. So in studio today, we got Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, Tom Aydelott as well, Lifeline Self-Defense, and every day we're going to tell you something positive in our feel-good story of the day.
Tell me something good.
All right, so we got an 11-year-old starts up El Paso Challenge to encourage kindness and help his community heal. An 11-year-old boy in El Paso, Texas, started this El Paso Challenge to encourage kids to kindness to one another in response to the Walmart shooting. Ruben Martinez is challenging each person in El Paso to do 22 acts of kindness for others in honor of the 22 people who died that day. Quote, he was having some trouble dealing with what happened. His mother, Rose, told the news station, and I explained to him that we could not live in fear and that people in our community are caring and loving. I told him to try to think of something he could do to make El Paso better. Since then, Ruben has been passing out flyers and posting on social media, try and help out using the hashtag El Paso Challenge spread. The sixth grader is also leading by example. Last night, he agreed to go out and do his first act of kindness. Gandarilla said he chose to go deliver dinner to our first responders. So awesome story,
Nice.
young kid getting
Very
involved. I loved how these.
You always got to honor the first responders, you know.
Oh man,
we do at our store. I'm sure
Big
most
time.
companies do.
We got a big event coming up on September 12th. Heroes. It's veterans, heroes, and seniors. We're doing a financial literacy workshop, and would love to have you guys involved with that too. If
Always
that's something
fun.
that you could make. It's going to be 6 to 9 p.m. at the American Legion right here in South Tampa.
Nice.
Right on Kennedy Boulevard, just east of Del Mabry. All right, so we got Thomas King in the house, Florida Firearms Academy, Tom Aydelott as well, Lifeline Self-Defense. What's your company about, Tom?
We are all about active shooter survival training. I actually started this company with a friend of mine, Tim McCann, right after the New Zealand shooting, where I do a lot of research on this, and I heard that there were people just basically packing themselves into corners and freezing and being decimated.
Wow.
And I said, you know what? Because of the churches, mosques, synagogues that have been under attack recently, and this goes back long ways. You know, people have animus towards religion sometimes. And I wanted to start a company that was dedicated to active shooter survival, but for houses of faith. Now, we also do it for businesses and for the general public, which we're going to have an event on the 26th at Florida Firearms Academy from 6 to 8. Just 2 hours long. It'll be a really quick 2 hours. We try and have a lot of fun when we do this. I know that sounds antithetical to, something of this subject.
Yeah.
But if you do like a lot of programs do now, and I've watched a lot of active shooter survival programs, they show videos.
Right.
And they'll show aftermath videos of the Pulse nightclub shooting or of Las Vegas. What do you think the person's mind thinks about the rest of that training? Those images.
The part of the brain, the amygdala, is going to be generating fear.
Yes, and it's hard to learn in that atmosphere.
Yeah.
So we don't do any video. There's not a point. I'm there to show you different steps to take that are going to make you safe.
Yeah.
Because it all comes down to training. And what I mean by that is, think about this. If you were 16-year-old, you get your license, but then you don't drive for 10 years. Then somebody hands you the keys to their Mercedes and say, drive down US 19 at rush hour, get me a coffee, bring it back, and don't put a ding in the car.
Yeah.
What are the odds that's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. Very
Because anytime you're under stress, it's going to trigger fight or flight instinct.
Yes.
Most people, actually, it's the third F that they get. It's freeze. Their brain shuts down. They don't know what to do. And the only way to combat that is by getting training for it and doing it over and over. That's why the actual name of the program, which is a little lengthy, is Active Shooter Survival Integrative Scenario Training.
Okay.
Because for this 2 hours, we'll have you up doing all of the motions that we need you to do.
Yeah.
It's a 4-phase program. It's very simple to learn. It's very simple to teach other people, to help other people if you were ever in this situation. I'll give you a great example. My daughter is 20 years old now. And for years, I've been teaching her, what to do in these situations. She's well trained. And so even when we go to stores today, she will go in and say, Dad, there's 4 exits in this store.
Okay.
Especially if we haven't been there before. It makes me very proud that she remembers these things. But just knowing, having exit awareness, that's the very first step in anything, is paramount to survival. Because you don't know where the shooter's going to come from. You better have a secondary plan on how to get out of there.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, in Las Vegas, if you watch the video from the perch that they had, you'll see people running into blind corners because they had no idea where the exits were. They just panicked and ran.
Ran to a corner.
Yes.
Yeah. It makes it easy.
Have a plan and execute it. And the motto that we use is motivate, educate, and empower. We want to motivate you to get the training. We want to educate you with that training, and that will empower you through the rest of your life and the rest of your day.
I like that. We're talking with Tom Aydelott here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. You know, it reminds me of one of my favorite quotes I picked up from a book I read recently, Never Split the Difference. One of my favorite authors, Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator. Great read. In times of difficulty and when the pressure's on, we don't rise to the occasion. We fall to our greatest level, our highest level of preparation. I mean, how true is that in business, in life survival skills as we're talking about here? So a lot of times people get complacent. You know, they're just complacent. Oh, it won't happen to me. You know, those same people go out and buy a lottery ticket and think they're going to win that night.
Yes, you know, counterintuitive,
right? Yeah.
Having a plan too is not also living in fear; it's living in survival mode. And once you condition your mind to that, it's so much easier. You just know, hey, you know what? I'm going to survive if anything should happen in this situation.
Yeah. If you train, it will remove that fear.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you know you have an option.
Yep.
Otherwise, you walk around in your own personal little bubble.
Yep.
And when that bubble pops and you don't have any training, you're going to have a really bad day.
You know, one of the biggest fears you hear people talk about is public speaking. And I do public speaking events. I love to be in that position because it's another area that kind of reminds me of, you know, playing quarterback when the pressure's on. You know, fourth quarter, you got to come back and win, right? One of the reasons why I watched some really cool videos on why people dread that or why people get so nervous before they go on stage is because they're looking forward into the future and they're thinking about all the things that could go wrong. What if I misspoke? What if something happens? Instead of being in the moment. So if you focus on being in the moment, that's when you hear some people, you know, I heard some professional speakers, they're backstage doing push-ups, you know, because if I'm doing push-ups, I'm in the moment. I'm thinking about doing push-ups. I can't worry about being fearful of the future. But yeah, so today it's a different time. There's so many different things out there. And what better, you know, carry a concealed permit, carry it on you, have it close by in your home, have a shotgun right next to your bed, know the training. Yep. You know, these are things that people really have to start thinking about. And if it's not for you selfishly, what about your kids? What about your family? You know, somebody's got to be, you know, and he's almost scared to say this these days, the man of the household. Oh, why did you say that? What, you know, woman can't be the man of the house. You know, that's the society we live in where you're scared to even make comments like that. You know, but somebody's got to protect the house.
Yep.
And there was just recently, I guess yesterday or today, that this 14-year-old little girl stopped an intruder with a firearm coming in her house to protect her younger daughter or younger sister.
Wow. Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
But you know what? She probably had firearms training.
Yeah.
I have kids that are 5 years old that come to the range that take our free safety class, and they learn how to shoot a firearm. Now, and I get this all the time, how could you train a 5-year-old to shoot? Well, I learned at 5 years old. And how, like I said before, what age do you teach your kid not to put their hand on the stove?
Yeah.
You know, what age do you teach your kid not to do drugs? You know, it's a fine line in there in the maturity. But when they get to that maturity level and they learn about firearms and the safety of it, they're not going to hurt themselves with it, and they're going to have respect for it. So
that's right. Respect
it takes the curiosity out of it for them, and that's how most children get hurt. Is their exposure to firearms is watching Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, and you know, duck season, rabbit season, boom, and then but he's fine.
Yeah.
And so if you could take that curiosity out and explain to them the easy to learn rules on how to back away, how to call a parent, things like that, that's wonderful.
Thomas, give us a call to action and maybe your website or next event.
Well, our event coming up is IMI. It's a 3-day event. It's this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and that's at Florida Firearms Academy. It's government Israeli training. Also, Florida Firearms Academy is going to be putting on a huge live auction with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of firearms. Some brand new firearms starting at $1 with no reserve on it. It's going to be fun, amazing, and we're going to have a great time. It's going to be red dots, scopes, bags, everything that you can relate to firearms, and also training and ammo as well with that.
Love it. And Tom?
Yeah, it's still the 26th. We have that the active shooter survival training program from 6 to 8. That is Monday night. It's going to be, you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot. And remember, this is what you do if you don't have a firearm on you, because there are so many places, as we spoke about, that don't allow them.
Absolutely. All right. Hey, great show today. Thanks so much for coming in. Please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. We'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show. Weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.